3. Influential and powerful figures in the Bible, each strong in their own way. Physically strongest? Samson. A man blessed with supernatural strength beyond human limits. When a lion attacked him, he didn't run. He seized it with his bare hands and tore it apart like a piece of cloth. Later, facing 1,000 Philistine warriors with no weapon in sight, he grabbed the jawbone of a donkey and fought them off single-handedly, leaving the battlefield covered in fallen enemies. But his greatest act? After being captured and blinded, he stood between the pillars of a massive Philistine temple. With one final prayer, he pushed with all his might, bringing the entire structure crashing down, taking his enemies with him in a final display of God's power through him. Spiritually strongest. The prophet Elijah, a man whose faith could command the very elements. He stood alone against hundreds of false prophets in a dramatic showdown on Mount Carmel.
Baal, answer us, Baal, answer us, Baal.
As they cried out in vain to their gods, Elijah began to make fun of them.
Shout louder. Perhaps he is deep in thought or busy or traveling.
Elijah simply prayed, and fire rained down from heaven, consuming the offering, the altar, and even the very stones beneath it. But he didn't stop there. When Israel was trapped in a drought, he called upon God again, and the skies opened, unleashing a torrential rain that ended years of famine. Wisest of all? King Solomon. Given the chance to ask for anything, wealth, power, long life, he chose wisdom. His understanding was so vast that rulers from across the world traveled to hear his words. His decisions were legendary, like the famous judgment where he revealed
Give me
a
my
mother's
baby.
true love
No.
in a dispute over a child. His wisdom filled the pages of Scripture, and under his leadership, Israel experienced its golden age, a time of peace, prosperity, and knowledge. 3 men, 3 different kinds of power. Yet, their true greatness wasn't just in their abilities, but in how they fulfilled God's purpose.